Just because it is New Year doesn't mean that holiday scrapping goes out the door. In this video, I'm making a 12 by 12 layout featuring the Cedar and Pine kit from Close to My Heart. Let's check it out. Hey Scrap Bosses, welcome back to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel where I feature all things scrapbooking. If that's right up your alley, make sure you hit that subscribe button. When you do, click the bell indicator, that way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted. Today I'm working with some Close to My Heart goodies that was sent to me during the holiday season. I have this really fun ornament stamp set, which you're going to see me work with here in just a few, as well as the coordinating die set that goes with this. This is a fantastic set to have in your stash. I'm also working with the Cedar and Pine holiday collection coming out of 2019. Lots of really fun holiday elements. I will be honest with you, I purchased way too many holiday elements this past year, and so my goal is to get them all used up. I definitely have lots of holiday stories, not only from 2019, but in years past. So I wanted to get this kit used up and a bunch of other things in my stash, but today I'm going to focus mainly on this Close to My Heart kit. Beautiful pattern papers, gorgeous, solid colors, perfect for the holiday season or holiday scrapbooking, and also some really fun stickers and die cuts. Now I pulled out a green pattern paper, a red solid, and a pattern paper that features red stars against a white background. Those are the two little elements that I made using that ornament stamp and die set. I also cut off the marketing strip of two of the pattern papers, and I have my photos here that are resized to 3 by 3. These are photos of my daughter and her American Girl dolls, Diane and Blair, and they were helping us trim the Christmas tree this year. Corinne likes to pose her dolls and take pictures of them, and then she scrapbooks those pictures, so I think that's very cute. Now, I also typed up my journaling, but unfortunately, I didn't plan for enough space for as much journaling that I want to do on this layout, so I'm just going to do a separate page of journaling later. First up, I'm going to go ahead and get my background set up. So I have that hunter green pattern paper in the background, also the red pattern paper or the red solid cardstock that's going to serve as sort of a nice in-between the two pattern papers. I also have the white pattern paper with the red stars. I'm going to position my photos there to the top right of the layout. And then for one of the photos, I'm going to pop that up using a little bit of fun foam. Now, I want to go back to the background. A lot of times, if you want to add a lot of interest to your layout, consider layering your background elements. So those pattern papers and the solid paper, I started with a 12 by 12 inch paper using the red that's cut about a half an inch smaller, and then the white one's cut about an inch smaller so that I have that nice layered effect for the mounting of my background. All right, here comes the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and add my title. I'm going to use this word that says believe, and that is from the Cedar and Pine sticker collection. These are very nice, solid stickers, great, fantastic quality. Of course, Close to My Heart has been in the game for many years, so they have just the most fantastic products. And when you buy their kits, you have everything that you need for the most part. You, of course, can coordinate those things with other elements from Close to My Heart. The stamp sets, their stamp sets are not just for card making. You can use them for scrapbooking as well, which is what I'm going to do in this video. And they have really fun coordinating elements that you can put together a page really quickly and have a high impact scrapbook layout. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming off some little excess piece there from that marketing strip, and I want to layer those at the bottom. I felt that the bottom of my layout needed some sort of anchoring. I'm going to add a little bit of tombow mono adhesive and get those strips laid down. This is also going to serve as an anchor for an embellishment cluster I'm going to create here in a second. So here comes these ornaments, and they are fantastic. They're beautiful. They go well with the kit. So I'm going to show you how I made them. I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. This is craft cardstock, as well as the stamp and the die set. And I'll make sure to pop up the name of that stamp here in just a second because it eludes me at this point. I put a bit of fun foam in my tonic Tim Holtz platform just so that my stamp image could stamp very clearly. I'm going to go ahead and use my powder tool on that cardstock, put my stamp positions where I want it. Of course, it's going to cling to the lid of my stamp positioner. I'm going to close the lid to stamp the image. And then I'm going to use some white embossing powder from Recollections. I'm also using some Versamark embossing ink. I'm going to set all of that with my heat tool. And once that melts, it just looks fantastic against that card or that craft cardstock. Next up, I'm going to position my die. Now, the fun thing about the dies from Close to My Heart is they already come with the magnetic sheet that your dies can stick to so that they don't float around in the packaging. And of course, you can transfer that into another package if you want to. And through the magic of movie making, I went ahead and die cut that out. And now what I want to do is I want to get the top element that goes on the ornament. And so there is a die for that. I'm going to take some of this mustard yellow paper. It's a solid cardstock that came with a solid cardstock pack with this Close to My Heart kit. I'm going to run that through my little tiny die cutting machine. And then there we go. I have that top element for my ornament. I'm going to add a little bit of tombow mono adhesive to the back of that. And there we go. We have a fun element there. You can use it on your scrapbook pages, on cards. You can create home decor with this die set and stamp set. It is phenomenal. Both of these are sold separately, but they're designed to work together. Now that I have my ornaments made, I put them back on the layout. There are elements of craft in this particular kit, which I loved, and it worked very well that I went ahead and heat embossed this against craft cardstock. Now to both of these ornaments, I added some black and white twine from my stash. And what I want to do is I want to make them look like they're hanging down from above. And so what I'll do after I get the ornaments positioned and adhere to the layout is I'm going to trim that twine and then I'm going to wrap it behind the background piece there. And so there you go. I thought I would wrap it behind the green pattern paper as well, but it just didn't look good. Now to secure this in place, I'm going to add a little bit of washi tape. To the second ornament, what I did was I added some foam behind it so that stood up and gave it a little bit more dimension. So it looks like it is floating right in front of the second one that I adhered directly to the background. Once I had that in place, I squealed because doesn't that look great? That is so fun on a scrapbook page, those types of elements. I just love it. The stamp set and the die set was just perfect for this layout. Alrighty, so now I'm going to create an embellishment cluster towards the left, bottom left of the layout. I'm going to add a little bit of fun foam there to the back of this little Christmas tree that came with a sticker sheet. Also from the sticker sheet, I thought that I was going to put a little pair of skates, little ice skates there. And we didn't go ice skating, and this has really nothing to do with the layout, but that's okay. I use elements that have nothing to do with my my layouts all the time. I just put them on there because I like to. And I decided it didn't work. And so when I looked at the sticker sheet again, I saw this little cocoa mug, a little nice little hot chocolate with marshmallows. And I thought, oh, well, that's perfect because we were drinking hot chocolate at the time that we were decorating the Christmas tree. And so I'm going to swap out those ice skates for the little cocoa cup. And then I'm going to go to this perforated die cut set. These are tags that you can put them on your scrapbook projects or on your cards. They'll be great on presents too. But I decided that I want to use one of them to create an anchor there at the bottom, just to sort of beef up that cluster. So I'm going to tuck that, layer that right there under the Christmas tree so that the tag part of it or the little perforated hole part of it doesn't show, that you would normally put like ribbon or something through. And I'm just trimming up the little tiny perforated dots that were still attached to that particular piece. I lay down the little cocoa cup and then it looks great as a nice layered element. So you don't always have to use your die cuts and stickers and stuff for what they're intended for. You can switch it up and make it work for your scrapbook layout. Now I felt that those ornaments needed a little something, so I'm going to add some of these sticker leaves to one of the ornaments, and I thought that's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to tuck that underneath the little piece that holds the ribbon. Perfect. Once that's done, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to add. So I remembered I had these really fun bows that came with the kit. So once I added those to the ornaments, I really squealed because that looks fantastic. And I don't always use bows like that on my layout, so I'm glad that I did. So now here's the point where I figured my journaling won't fit on my layout. So I'm just going to do a separate 8.5 by 11 page of journaling because there's a lot that I want to say about the story. And there we go, a completed 12 by 12 holiday layout featuring the Cedar and Pine kit from Close to My Heart. If you want to learn more about the products from Close to My Heart, make sure you click on the link in the description. I also posted some stills of this layout on the Victoria Marie blog. And before you go, make sure you subscribe, and when you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted to this channel.